Hey everyone, welcome to my week 1 battle in the VDL against Bishmii and the Trash Town Theivuls. So I've got our teams up in front of you right now. So he's breaking down his team. He's got Goldango, a very strong special attacker with one of the best spread moves in the game, in Make It Rain. Armarouge, a great support Mon with its prankster. And then it's Titan and Flamigo. So Flamigo essentially a copy any allies stat changes, whether that's increased or decreased. So say he uses belly drum on Titan and then brings in Flamigo, he's got 2 mons at +6, so definitely something to worry about. Then next up is Bruxish. My opinion, a very underrated mon. Its dazzling ability preventing priority moves, so it essentially stops all prankster, sucker punch, aqua jets, the stuff you would use to take out an enemy in quicks on low health. That essentially is going to stop. I know that very well because I use Bruxish myself in WPL. Camerupt, a decent mon, one of the few mons with access to Eruption. It's got good spread moves, decent attacks as well, something to be wary of. Then he's got Dene. I think that's his only fake out user, so just again something to be a bit wary of. Then it's Bramblegast, so that next to Armarouge can be a bit of a threat because it gets a +1 for every time Armarouge uses Tailwind or anyone uses a wind attack on it. So I can't use, for example, Heat Wave from Armarouge into it because that gives it a +1, does no damage. I can't use Icy Wind from Frostmoth into it because again that'll give it an attack boost. Can't use Air Slash, so a lot of moves that would be super effective against it from my team I can't really use against it, so it's definitely one I'm thinking's coming. Slowking, I've got this one in TBBL. It's actually done really well for me. It's helped me win my last 2 matches. Its new move, Chilling, is it Chilling? I can't remember, but basically it's a -6 priority teleport, but it also sets up snow, so essentially you can do that and then bring out the Titan in snow, which isn't going to have any damage done to it because it will be the last thing coming out. So yeah, it can be scary. Then he's got Magneton, very decent mon in its own right, and Squawkabilly, which I don't rate, but it's a normal flying intimidate user, so it's got okay supporting capability. So yeah, that's the team. I'll go over my team at the end of the battle, but for now let's get into the match. Okay guys, so pretty quick breakdown of game 1. Because I forgot to press record, I don't have it here, but Armarouge managed to get 3 KOs. It got a KO with Expanding Force on Titan, Flamethrower on Goldango, and Aura Sphere on the Flamigo. And then Gilawattrel picked up the final KO on Slowking. And after that I knew that the movesets of Slowking, because it had Chilling, Reception and Heal Pulse, I'm pretty sure it didn't have Trick Room, otherwise he probably would have gone to set it up. We also had found out Flamigo was the Sashed Mon, and we knew Goldango had an Air Balloon, and that Titan had Belly Drum, Citrus Berry. So yeah, we got picked out quite a bit of information. But now we'll go on to game 2 and give you let you watch it, and then I'll be back afterwards. Okay, so the end of that, let's break down the pace. The final win was 2-0. The main mons used were Indeedee, Armarouge and Kilowattrel. So you saw in, well, you didn't see game 1, the idea was to U-turn onto a Terra Psychic Armarouge, get the weakness policy off and the speed boost from the weak armor, and then go boom. It worked well in game 1, didn't work so well in game 2. The adaptation from Bishmii was very good. I had a feeling Murkrow was going to come out. I didn't know that Brambleghast was going to be alongside it, and I completely forgot it got Phantom Force, essentially making Armarouge a sitting duck. So the Protect turn 1 really didn't help too much. So the swap into the Indeedee, which obviously isn't affected by Phantom Force, I knew keeping that alive towards the end, and if I can get it one-on-one with Brambleghast, I was more likely to win. Indeedee, from the pace there, had full defense and full HP. That was basically so it could survive most hits, which worked out for it. If it didn't survive the hit, it wouldn't have got up the Trick Room, and I would not have won game 2 in the end. Frostmoth hit the field, but really didn't do anything. It was more of a Slowking answer and a what's it called, Goldango answer. It was Terrafire, so it could turn its weaknesses into a resist, and carried a Charty Berry just in case he had a surprise rock move on him, which wasn't the case. Then we had Dragapult with the Phantom Force. Again, he was really designed around to be beating the, what's it called, Brambleghast, but I didn't take it game 2, so it didn't have a chance to take on Brambleghast. And finally we have Dreadnought, who essentially was going to be a Shell Smash and then go boom kind of mon. Unfortunately, from what I saw from his pace, I didn't think Earthquake was going to be any good. So it essentially made Dreadnought what it was, 4 times weak to Brambleghast, which really threatened me. And then it could always get rid of my Shell Smash boost with a Haze if Murkrow was on the field. So although Dreadnought would have been a decent answer to some of his mons, it definitely wasn't going to be the bring to any of the games. But yeah, the Kilowattrel, Armarouge, Indeedee just done great, and essentially won me the match with themselves. That's it, guys. I shall see you next week.